Hello listeners, and welcome to the third program in our series, Let's Learn Mathematics. These programs are produced for grade 8 learners and anybody else who has an interest in the subject. My name is Esme Roux. This will be the third one of a series of lessons on algebraic expressions and formula. It is very important that you have a notebook and a pen with you so that you can make notes of the examples I will give you. If you don't have a notebook and pen yet, quickly run and get it. And please remember to answer our usual question at the end of the program. As already mentioned, this program is the third of a series of 5 lessons based on algebraic expressions and formula. By the end of the program, you should be able to substitute positive and negative numbers into algebraic expressions and formula to calculate values. For example, evaluate a to the power of 3 when a is equal to 2. Let's listen to the conversation between the two friends, Susan and Nicole, and their math tutor.
You know what, Susan? I thought I was getting the hang of algebra, but now it seems more difficult. What does Mr. Johannes really mean when he says evaluate the expression?
I feel the same, Nicole. How do you evaluate an expression? But aren't we going to Miss Rue this afternoon?
Yes, definitely we are.
I bet she can help us.
That sounds like a plan.
Good afternoon, girls. Please come in.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Why do you look so worried, girls? It looks like you are about to cry.
Ma'am, our math teacher gave us some homework, but we don't really know how to do it. Maybe you can help us.
Certainly, but sit down first. Before we start with our discussion for today, let's first answer the questions that I left with you last time when we finished our tutorial. The question for part A was to provide the product of 5x and 3x. Nicole, what would you say?
Well, I would say the product of 5x and 3x is 15x to the power of 2.
Good, that's right. Susan, can you do the next one? 2 less than p.
2 less than p will be p minus 2.
Brilliant. Let me do the third one. 3 divided by the product of x and y will be written as a fraction. The product of x and y is xy, so the answer is 3 over xy. Now, what seems to be the problem with your homework?
Ma'am, we have to answer the following question. Given that x equals to 4, evaluate the following expressions. And then in part A is 2x and in part B is x to the power of 2.
Ma'am, what does it mean when they say evaluate?
Oh, let me first explain the term evaluate. Evaluate means you must find the actual answer of the algebraic expression by replacing the variable with the given number.
So, you mean if x equals to 4 and we have to find 2x, we just put 4 in the place of x?
Yes, that is exactly what I mean. Which operation sign is between 2 and x?
It's a multiplication, ma'am.
Yes. So, if you replace x with 4, what will the answer be?
If I replace x with 4, it will be 2 times 4 and the answer is 8.
Exactly. So, you see it is not that difficult. Now, let's try part B, x to the power of 2. Susan, how do we write x to the power of 2 in expanded notation?
It will be x times x.
That's right. So, what will the answer be?
If x is 4, it will be 4 times 4, and the answer is 16.
See, you are getting it right all by yourselves now.
Now I can see, ma'am. We just had to understand the question.
That is so, Nicole. Do you have another question?
Yes, ma'am. The question says, when x equals negative 2 and y equals 5, evaluate the following expressions. A, 4y minus 5x, and B, negative 2x to the power of 2.
Okay, please hand me your notebook, Susan. Just to repeat the question. When x is equal to negative 2 and y is equal to 5, evaluate the following expressions. A. 4y minus 5x and B. 2x to the power of 2. Please make a note of this. Whenever you are substituting a number in the place of a variable, you must always put it in brackets. The first expression is 4y minus 5x. What is the value of y?
The value of y would be 5. So I must write 4, open bracket 5, close bracket.
Definitely. For the first term, you write 4, open bracket 5, close bracket. And now tell me, what is the value of x?
X is equal to negative 2. So the second term is 5, open bracket, negative 2, close bracket.
That's good. Now, let me read to you the whole expression. 4, open bracket, 5, close bracket, minus 5, open bracket, negative 2, close bracket.
Let me just get this right, ma'am. What must we do first here?
You should follow the order of operations. So, brackets will be first.
The first bracket is 4 times 5, which is 20.
Yes, and the second bracket is 5 times negative 2, which is negative 10.
So, if we have 20 minus negative 10, which becomes 20 plus 10, then that means the final answer is 30.
That's great. You both got it right. Now, let's look at part B. Negative 2x to the power of 2.
The value of x is negative 2, so we write negative 2, open bracket, negative 2, close bracket, to the power of 2.
Good. Now, Susan, can you remove the bracket, please?
Negative 2 to the power of 2 is equal to negative 4.
Are you sure, Susan? Do you agree, Nicole?
No, I don't agree. Negative 2 squared means negative 2 times negative 2. And we learned that a negative times a negative is a positive. So the answer should be positive 4.
That's right, Nicole. Now we must multiply the negative 2 outside the bracket with 4. What is the final answer, Susan?
Negative 2 times 4 will be negative 8.
Will you be able to do it on your own?
Yes, ma'am. If I follow the steps you gave us, it is actually not that difficult.
I agree with Nicole. Can you give us one question for homework, ma'am?
Certainly. Please write down the following. When x is equal to 4 and y is equal to negative 3, evaluate the following. Part A, 2x minus 3y. And part B, 3x to the power of 2.
Could you please repeat that, ma'am?
When x is 4 and y is negative 3, evaluate the following. Part A, 2x minus 3y, and part B, 3x to the power of 2.
Thanks so much for your time, ma'am. We will try the task and give you feedback next time. Goodbye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, girls. See you next time. Dear listeners, here is a quick recap of the lesson. Today, we have learned how to evaluate an algebraic expression when certain values are given. Remember, the word evaluate means you must find the answer of the expression after you substituted the given values for the variables in the expression. The question was, when x is negative 2 and y is 5, evaluate A, 4y minus 5x, and B, negative 2x to the power of 2. Whenever you substitute a value into a variable, please remember that to substitute means to put in the place of. You should always put that value which you have substituted in a bracket. In part A, we must evaluate 4y minus 5x. When y is 5, we put 5 in the place of y, so we have 4 open bracket, 5 close bracket. For the second term, we must substitute negative 2 in the place of x, so we have 5 open bracket, negative 2 close bracket. And then The whole expression reads 4 open bracket 5 close bracket minus 5 open bracket negative 2 close bracket. According to the order of operations, we have to remove the brackets first, so that we have 20 minus negative 10. When we have two negative signs next to each other, we multiply the negatives with each other, which gives a positive. That means we have 20 plus 10, which is 30. In part B, the question was to evaluate negative 2x to the power of 2. The value of x is negative 2. Put the substituted negative 2 in the bracket so that it would read negative 2 open bracket negative 2 close bracket to the power of 2. If we remove the bracket, we have negative 2 to the power of 2, which means you must multiply negative 2 by negative 2, which gives a positive 4. Now, you must still multiply 4 by negative 2, which gives negative 8. And that brings us to the end of today's program. But before we say goodbye, here is your question for today. It is the same question that Nicole and Susan must answer. Please make sure to write down both parts of the question. When x is equal to 4 and y is equal to negative 3, evaluate the following. Part A, 2x minus 3y, and part B, 3x to the power of 2. I will repeat the question. When x is equal to 4 and y is equal to negative 3, evaluate the following. Part A, 2x minus 3y, and part B, 3x to the power of 2. This program was written by Esme Roo. So until next time, take care.
This program was brought to you by NAMCOL with funding from the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture and the Commonwealth of Learning.